Hello, friends. I have been very lucky at the secondhand stores recently. Been like getting a lot of gold, which I don't usually get. So, I bought a couple of different bags. So they were all $5. They were not marked. So I asked them specifically about it, and the bags are getting smaller and smaller. So they used to be big bags for 20. So I kind of have complained a few times recently, and I've been coming back and looking for the jewelry specifically. So the manager was putting them out, and he got called away and didn't put prices on them. And so he wasn't around, and I was talking to the assistant manager, so he gave them to me all for $5. So this bag was $5, and I only bought bags I saw silver and gold in, and so this bag must have some silver and gold in it, or I wouldn't have bought it. So I ended up with 4 bags today. So check out my other videos, because I have a lot recently, which I haven't had in a long time. So I'm kind of excited to be able to have some bags to go through. It's really hit or miss. Sometimes they have a lot, and sometimes they don't have any. They did get rid of the person who I think was stealing the gold and silver out of the bags, because for a year and a half or so they had no gold or silver pretty much. So got the staples out. It was $5. They didn't have it marked. They just told the cashier $5 a bag, so that was a happy for me. Okay, this is a small kid's bag of black and beaded and stuff bangles, and I'm not going to open it because I can see the beads are all rolling around the bottom. So they're magnetic, very magnetic. So we're just going to leave that as is. Some kid will enjoy that. Okay, here we go again. Lots and lots of bangles. Oh my goodness. Okay, so those are all magnetic. Those are all magnetic. Those are all magnetic. And those are magnetic. So all of these beautiful gold bangles are all magnetic. So there's one that's bigger than the rest. Those all probably came together. I just want to double check and make sure. Yeah. So all of those bangles are magnetic. So that means they're not braille. Check out my how-to videos. If it's magnetic, it's not of any value. It's usually stainless steel or something like that. I've gotten one of these in every bag. She was dividing them up among the bags, apparently. When the manager came down, he said that she had all these bags that she was sorting into, and he just brought them all up. It's metal. Kind of fun. That's kind of like a 70 hippie retro. I couldn't get it on if I wanted to, but it's actually, there's kind of tape on the inside. I was going to say that might be good for dress-ups, but I wouldn't even wear it for dress-ups. It looks painful, so we won't do that. A leather, necklace. This is from, let's see, the 90s. Yeah, 90s, early 2000s, because we bought some from Disneyland, this exact type stuff. So that was popular back then. So this is why I bought the bag. I could see silver marked, so this was why I bought the bag. It has a charm on it. I have no idea what the charm says. I cannot read it. It's looks like somebody took a handsaw and sawed the names or whatever it says. I don't know what it says. MC maybe. I have no idea, but it was marked, so I did grab it. It looks like it was a Mexico kind of, you know, come and we'll cut out your own little thing. But the necklace actually looked good itself. So because I looked, it says 925 Italy, but I'm a little nervous because of the clasp. So it's 925 and it says Italy. Because I've gotten several pieces out of some other bags that look real, and then the clasp is not real. So but you get that sometimes. And I don't see any markings on the clasp, so the clasp could not be real. You'll see the magnetic on the clasp, but that is not magnetic and that is not magnetic. So I think we're okay. Clasps sometimes have metal in them because they make them stronger that way. So we've got one silver necklace, and that's the reason I bought the bag for $5. I figured anything else on top of that is kind of free. Stones. I just got a big donate pile going over here. A jingly bracelet. Not interested in that. A shell and black. I know this is not real. It just doesn't feel real. Doesn't look real, so we'll donate that. This is interesting. A big mess right here. Big old mess. Take the time to get it undone now. There we go. Okay. Wouldn't that be nice if that was real? I don't think it is. It doesn't look real. But come on, come off of there. All right. So this is missing a bunch of diamonds, and it's tarnishy, and it looks like an icing type thing. Got some magnetism to it down there, but just from the look of it, it's pretty beat up. I'm gonna throw the whole thing into recycling. It just looks like it needs to be recycled. This is interesting. I see markings on here, but 18 karat gold plate, and you can see the copper coming through very clearly. I saw markings and I was like, wait, but it's copper coming through, so what is it? So I may just pull that off and recycle it. This is all broken up and gross, but that's kind of pretty. Somebody might like that dangling from their rear view mirror. But sometimes it's worth just recycling to get the gold plate off, because I don't think anybody's going to want this as is. So might just string some. Somebody might want it as a rear view mirror. My girls wouldn't, but some new driver may. This is 90s. You'll remember these. It's a Timex quartz, and they would go night and day around there. There's no date on it. Oh yeah, there is at the bottom. There's a date thingy at the bottom. It's super small. So it would need a new battery, but those were really popular back in the day. I may look that one up just for the heck of it, see what it's worth, or if anybody's looking for it. But this was the other reason I bought the bag. Well, bam! Oh, you can't even tell. It's an opal. It's a pretty opal. I bought my girls all opal and sterling necklaces, but it's kind of hard to find rings. Opals are very soft, and in a ring they get chipped and broken. I've actually broken and lost opal several times now, but it's got a deep mark on it. It says 925 on it. I'll show you. Just want to see if there's anything else. It's actually not very shiny, so let's try the tarnish test. Oh, it's polishing up. I'm not getting a lot of tarnish on my hand, but it is polishing up. So it's very small. My girl's fingers are very small, but it happens to fit my pinky finger quite well. So I may just have to keep it. I really like it. It's got really good color. I wish you could see it. It's got green, sparkly. I wish you could see it. Anyway, it is very, very nice. So that's why I bought it, because I'm like $5 for a opal ring. Awesome. I did not even see this ring in there. It looks dangerous, extremely dangerous, and I'll show you why. It is marked 925. I did not see this when I was looking at the bag, but there it is. Look at those pokies. It's got this tail right there. Can you see that? That will catch on anything and everything. It's a dragonfly, which, you know, is kind of cool, but man, you could like slice your kid's finger off with that. That's really sharp. The bottom of the dragonfly doesn't necessarily look real, but it's stamped. Let's do the tarnish test. Put some more tarnish on my hand. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Ooh, it shined up pretty. Except it still has that sharp tail, so I may actually have a jeweler fill in that hole with a little bit of silver, because that looks really dangerous. But it does fit. But I can't imagine wearing that, because gosh, you could hurt somebody, including yourself. Can you imagine if you caught yourself on that? You could cut yourself. So 2 silver rings and a necklace so far, and it looks like there's more in here, so happy day. Come on. Come on. I don't want to break it. It's so fine. Look how fine that necklace is. That looks like it could be gold almost. That is super, super fine. Usually silver is not that fine. Usually gold is only that fine. 925 to silver is very, very fine. It is not common at all. Let's check the clasp. Once again, this is very confusing. I'll show you the clasp. Come on. $925, and I don't know what that says. Good luck with that one. I don't know. 925 is what I can see. That is super fine. And once again, the clasp. Every single necklace that I have gotten today has a weird clasp, but the necklaces are registering silver. So 2 silver necklaces. Not silver. That looks like a cheap chain. And this was probably on the cheap chain. It is a key, a dainty little key, but you can see copper coming. Did you see that at the bottom? There's copper coming through on it and on the edges. Hopefully you can see it. It's just so bright. There's copper coming through right on the edges. You can see they're kind of dark, but it'll flash red when I move it around. You'll get a flash of copper. Anyway, so that probably went with that cheap chain. Oh wait, these things fell out over here. Okay, so there's 3 things left. So this has a silver plate tag on it. It says SP by Avon. So it's a silver plate by Avon. So it's not going to be magnetic. That means it's like copper underneath, and then it's got silver plate on it. Copper, brass, silver, and gold are not magnetic. So I could either recycle it or for the silver plate, or I can donate it to somebody who may love it. So I'm going to go ahead and donate it. It's just not worth it to me to go through that. Okay, I was hoping that the front of this is really kind of pretty scroll work, and it looks like somebody glued it on or something. I don't know. Look, it's like, open it and see. It looks like it's a locket. Okay, so it did come that way. That's riveted on, but the rivet's kind of loose. I thought that was really pretty, and was hoping that that might have been real. That filigree work. Yeah, no. Let's see. Yeah. Darn. That's really pretty. It's almost like a queen costume would be. That'd be really pretty. And it's weird because it's on a dog chain, dog tag chain. So I think I'll take it off and put it on and use it for costumes or something. And the last thing is a weird. Doesn't look like this charm came on this necklace. Maybe. Because it looks like it's silvery. So there's a kitty cat. Gold chain. That looks like it could be from like icing or something. So it's got some magnetism to it. It's just very weird because the necklace itself doesn't match the, look at the clasps. The clasps are like brassy looking and the chain is super goldy. And I have seen gold necklaces like this before. But it's got magnetism to it. So we will let somebody have that little cat charm. Okay, so I'm going to do the last bag. It says broken jewelry. And I saw one gold necklace in here. And it is super, super, super fine. And it's right, can you see right there? That teeny, teeny fine necklace bouncing around caught my eye. Whenever I buy bottles, jars, there's one store that puts them in jars, like old vases, and this store does bags, but whenever I'm doing them and they're tight, I'll shake them and see if any little, you saw how it kind of fell when I shook it. I shake the bag or the jar and see if any little chains like that fall, because those small chains like that are typically gold. They don't usually make silver that tiny. Gold, because it's expensive, they will make that tiny, but silver they don't usually. So if it falls like that, it's usually some kind of gold, 10 karat, 12 karat, 14 karat. They don't usually make teeny necklaces out of any higher than that because it's not strong enough. So I have to be careful. If I stick this down on anything, it leaves a big old film, so we don't want it to do that. I'm picking up all the staples with it though. Okay, and right on top is that gold necklace, so I'm going to see if I can pull it out gently. It says it's broken, but I don't want to damage it anymore. If it's got a long enough chain to it, then I can get it repaired. So that's the chain, and it is broken, but it really doesn't matter. It's the gold weight at this point. So it's probably not long enough, and it's got quite a few kinks in it to repair it, but it could be made into a bracelet or an anklet, but it's super fine. Obviously, that's why it's broken. But this is the reason I have bought several bags before with broken gold or silver, because the value weight of depending on the quality of the gold, if it's 10, 12, 14. I'm undoing some knots. I don't know why I'm undoing knots. It really doesn't matter. So let me look and show you what it says. But that's what you do. You shake the bag, shake the jar, And so it's very hard to repair these because the chains are, once they're broken, and like they can't really put that chain back together again without it leaving a mark. So, and there's not enough length in the other sides. So what you look for is, see this chain, the chain, how small it is, and then you look for that little round thing on the edge of the clasp, and then you get your loop out and look, it says Italy there, 14K Italy. So, and then they usually, the real Italy ones will actually mark their clasps too. Did I flip it? And it will usually say the same. So Italy's pretty good at marking both the clasp and the little circle thing. So it's marked. All right. Yeah, that was it right there. So we can do the magnet test. If I can find the magnet. That always happens at the store. My magnet will disappear and it's stuck to a bag, and sometimes I've actually left it with the bag and that I didn't buy. So yay for that. We got 14 karat gold there. Okay, honor band plated brass. That's what that says on the inside. And it's not magnetic, but it says it's brass, so we could recycle that if we need to. Okay. Timex Expedition watch, but this is, all of this bag is just crappy stuff. I was hoping to get more silver and gold out of it. That's what's going on. But these bands sometimes can be put on another watch. So I will put that with my, I have a bunch of watches I want to put online. There's that. But like I said, my sister uses these for jewelry making. So we're going to give that to her. Gosh, this is all broken up. Okay. Just like stringy stuff. It's interesting because I was going to say this actually looks like it could be real, and the only reason is see that hole? The hollow earrings like this, they don't usually take the time to make them hollow and bend them like that unless they're real. Usually gold they'll do that with too, but this is actually copper plated. That's interesting. I can see the copper plate coming through, but when they make them like that with the holes, especially gold, that's usually because it makes them lighter. So yeah, I think this whole bag is going to be recycle. It's just all broken. I don't know. Somebody will buy it for the beads. I'll put it in the yard sale pile. This is an old school's 50 pearl necklace. Sometimes if there's only one strand that's broken, like on this one, it's this one strand, I'll just cut that one strand off and then have the other two. And we know it's not real because there's no knots between them. So that one I'll probably do that with. It's got a kind of a fun clasp on it from the 50s. Okay, we've got a kind of a turquoise something or other's going on here. And somebody may want those for, so I think what I'll do is I'll make a bag of this, all the broken stuff that I'm not going to use, and we'll put it in a bag and sell it bulk at the yard sale. Just an earring clasp. Those, I save those because sometimes those are handy to make clip-on earrings into pierce earrings. This is a mess. A lot of turquoise beads. I think that went to one of those other things that over there. So this whole bag, oh, this is actually really pretty. This just needs a clasp on it. Look at those. Those are glass beads. So that one I actually will keep. That's really pretty. We'll put that with the evening wear. Is a pearl bracelet, and you can tell they're cheap because they're stuck together. The paint stuck them together. And there's not knots in between them. They're just attached to the string, so that's not real. We'll just dress up those. Okay. Wow. It says it's a Rolex, but look at the back. It's the hair coming off of it. Gross. There's a lot of things you can look for specifically to see if it was a real Rolex, but the fact that the back's broken is not a good indicator. Anyway, wouldn't that be cool if it was real? It's actually working. It's funny, it says Wismade with T. That's funny. Wismade. Oh gosh, you gotta love it. Oh, here's the back. I'll have to look it up. It actually has the back like it should be. That's interesting. Wouldn't that be awesome if it was real? Broken earring. A huge fake stone. This is funny. So in the church I belong to, when I was 10, 11, 12, they gave out these necklaces. It was called Mary Miss, and you would earn the little stickers to put on the inside of the charm, the whatever. So I laughed when I saw that in the bag. Somebody may want that. I should probably put that online. That's old. That's old. I don't even want to say how old it is. Okay, the copper is all, this is all plated. So this would be great for recycling because you can see it's copper and the silver plate's coming off of it. So this is perfect thing to recycle. So I'm going to put that in the recycle for sure because, oh, it's got these stupid little diamonds. I'll have to take the diamonds off first, but then recycle the rest of it. So I'll put the diamonds with my sister's stuff for her talent. Let's see. This is a bracelet that is missing the clasp. So somebody may want that. A Casio watch. Oh, this might be worth something. The band in itself. It's an actual Casio band. Look at that. I've got some batteries. I'll have to check it out. I've been starting to think about putting some stuff online recently, so I'll have to see about that. This is disgusting. It was one of those watches that you could see through the, yeah, that's just going to go in the garbage. It's a little earring dangly. Recycle, that's what that's good for. Trying to get all this stuff off of there. Oh my goodness, there is a needle and thread in here. That is what is catching on everything. Oh my gosh. That could be dangerous. Look at that. It's caught on all this jewelry. There's a needle and thread. I'm gonna just break that off if I can. That's dangerous. I don't want to poke myself. She's lucky she didn't poke herself doing this bag. Kind of crazy. I have no idea what this is, but it's magnetic. So I'm guessing maybe it was a necklace, but that's just not even pretty. So that's going to go in the recycling. I've just got piles all over here. I can't remember what's where anymore. All right, we're almost done here. Let's see. Yep, somebody might want that for some reason. I don't want that for lots of reasons. Don't want that. Oh, these are nice. These are actually glass beads. They are not in a necklace form. They are like you would buy them at the store form, but I really like that. I would probably wear that. I'm terrible. I wear 99% of the time I'm wearing black. Lately I've been trying to wear more colors, so I've been wearing some different jewelry again. I just, you know, I get busy and I gained weight and I just don't like bright things, don't draw attention to myself, so recycle. Things keep catching. So it's terrible. I just usually wear dark colors. A broken magnetic chain. So I'll probably recycle that too. That's plastic. That's not even recyclable. Keychain clasp. I keep those every once in a while. We run into something we need those for. This is the other half of that necklace that I don't need. Don't want to deal with. Come on, come off. Got a necklace stuck to it. It's all a bunch of necklaces stuck to it. So I'm trying to bend the, oh, can't get it off. All right, we're just gonna do it without, it's all stuck together. All right, so, ooh, that's interesting. What is that? Oh, darn it, look at that, it looks so fine. Oh well, recycle. So we've got a dog tag chain wrapped up with another gold chain, wrapped up with, so let me check this. Okay, so magnetic, magnetic, interesting. So the end is magnetic, so I'm guessing it's not magnetic. I'm going to just throw it all in the gold recycling container. I keep the gold and the silver separate, trying to, because you can recycle the gold yourself and get, there are ways you can recycle the gold yourself. There's a guy in town where I live that does gold recycling, and so I put it separate and then I'm going to recycle it myself. A clip-on earring. Oh, I like this band. I don't want it though. Oh, it's coming apart. Oh, I wonder if I'll give it to the watch lady. Recycle. The other broken earring. Ooh, what is this? Water resistant. Japan Movement, MZ Burger. 100 feet, water resistant, stainless steel back. I'll have to look that up. MZ Burger. It looks like it has copper. It's gold plated. It looks like the copper's coming through. So I don't even know if the watch lady would want that. So I may just, it's broken, the watch band. So I may just recycle that whole thing. So almost done. What do we got here? A paper clip and a pin on this lovely thing. Don't want any of that. And here's the other half of that weird necklace. Cheap earring. The other one I've already tested. Looks like a Rue 21 kind of a necklace. It can be fixed, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the somebody may want it pile. Copper necklace chain. It's actually hard to find real copper chains that are not plated, so I actually will probably keep this to use for, I bought a bunch of copper necklaces parts we made necklaces out of those copper pennies that you squish, and so we had to buy a bunch of copper chain, and it was pretty expensive. So oh, it's not real copper, it's magnetic. Never mind. So we'll recycle that, I guess. I have a necklace like this and I love it. It's a choker. I think it looks really pretty for costumes. So that's actually not broken. It's pretty, I like that. I've got a queen dress up that goes with that kind of a thing. This is a jade bracelet that is broken. So I don't even know what to do with that. We'll let somebody take it for the beads, little jade beads. Then there's a bracelet here that is needing restringing, and I don't want to deal with that either. But you know, that's a lot of beads, so somebody might appreciate it. That earring that somebody made. Yep, somebody might want those beads. These actually look like they could be silver beads. Gosh, they're everywhere. The wire on the inside is, these could actually be silver. So if I take the wire out of the center of the beads, there's wire in there. I think that's why they're showing up as magnetism. So watch, let's do this. I'm just rubbing my fingers on it to see if I can get some of the tarnish off and see if they shine up. They kind of look like they are. I know what we'll do. We'll do it with the bigger bead. Oh yeah, look at that tarnish. So it's either silver plate coming off or they actually are silver beads. They're the way that it's tarnished, they look like they could be. So I'm going to keep those and put them just in a silver stuff. Oh, those beads, those beads, that necklace, and those beads are all magnetic. So basically, that's it. That's So I don't want them all falling on the ground, so I'm going to put them back in the bag. So, a lot of weird one things, like one of this and one of that, and anyway, that was a bust bag except for the 14 karat gold necklace. And then on the other bag I got, so that was, I paid $5 for that necklace, but I know it's worth $5, so that's not a big deal. And then I got all this other lovely stuff to do something with. And then on that other bag I got that and that and the 2 silver necklaces. So that bag was worth $5 for all that silver. And I have a sister who really likes dragonfly, so maybe I'll give her that dragonfly thing, but we'll have to fix that pokey. But I really love the opal so much. So much, so much. So, all my rings. Well, that was fun. Oh, and maybe a real Rolex. We'll have to look up the serial number thingy and see. So it was bouncing around like that in the bag, and I thought the back was broken, but that's, I think it's the automatic movement thing that makes it tick like that. So it's got writing in the back. So let's see, it says, yeah, nope. Shanghai Watch Factory, China, unadjusted, 7 jewels. The Wismade should have been my clue. But boy, they're getting, look at, they've even got the graspy back. Not really, but it looks like it because it's got this thingy, so you can pop it on. But boy, they're getting good at making fake counterfeits. So it doesn't actually screw on, but cool if it's like an automatic movement. It's not a wind up, it's not winding. So I think it's where you move it and that thing weighted and it moves around and it starts working, because it wasn't working a minute ago and it is now. So not Rolex, but who would know? They're not going to take the back off. It's got lots of the symbols on it, but not quite real. All right, so that was fun. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my blog, thesecretisgratitude.com, and you can look at why I do this and how I do it. If you like it, thumbs up. I guess YouTube's now, I've done this for 10 years, but YouTube's now changed their way they rate things. So if you would double check and thumbs up it for me, and if you want more, you can subscribe and hit alert so that it will alert you when I post a new video. And check out I've got a playlist for treasure finding, and it shows you how I look at the jewelry, how I find the jewelry, why I started, all that kind of stuff. So check that one out as well. And thanks for watching. I hope you have a very blessed day.